All right, today I'm going to show you on how I changed my transmission and also my oil fluid changes in my 2007 5-speed Mazda 3. This is for the 2.4 liter 4-cylinder motor. This is for the year 2000. The first thing I did was I jacked up the car and I did a thing called a ghetto jack. It's where you drive the car up on the curb, have the tire over here, and then I used a jack and a jack stand. This is just for redundancy. It's actually on the jack stand and it is chalked behind. There's a little wood block, plastic chalk from Harbor Freight to make sure the car doesn't roll. You really need to get to the driver's side of the car. That's your main goal. And then what I do is then take off the plastic guard under the Mazda 3. This is held by screwdriver bolts and two 10mm bolts on both sides. This is a little plastic undergarment. It's really easy to take off. It does get in the way, so make sure you take it all the way off. Very important. And you'll notice that it has the bolts here. I went ahead and loosened them, then took the plastic guard out. It's really easy to do. And then for the manual transmission, this is the 23mm fill port. It has a sensor up top. It's near the top of the transmission. You're going to fill it. First thing you want to do is crack this open. Get your 23mm, loosen it. Don't take it off, just loosen it. Then you're going to want to look for your drain plug. This is your drain plug. It's also a 23mm. It's at the bottom of the manual transmission. There's only two 23mm, so you can't really get it wrong. One's a fill and one's a drain. The drain is on the bottom. It's 23mm. It's really easy to do. So you want to get your 23mm socket, loosen the top, then loosen the bottom, and then you'll drain your fluid. So this is me draining the fluid. Made a video for you guys. This is, you notice, it's coming from the transmission, not the oil pan. The transmission is loose here, and I'm just letting it flow. I then take it off all the way and let it drain for a good 5-10 minutes to get all the old transmission fluid out. This car has 98,000 miles. So the oil actually wasn't in bad shape. It's still pretty light. It wasn't terrible. It was working fine. I was just doing maintenance work on the car. So I went ahead and did that. And then this is our aftermath. So I went ahead and put it here. I'm going to recycle it correctly with my oil place. I then bought the synthetic Lucas gear oil. I'll have a link to the exact kind you need in the description below. You need to buy 3 quarts because the transmission takes 2.5 quarts. So 2 of these full bottles and then about half. So what you want to do is buy this little pump on Amazon. This little pump's $5, this little hand pump. And you can hand pump them out the bottle. It screws into any of these caps. Costs like $4.99. You sit there pumping it. It's super easy to do. So you'll sit there like an idiot, pumping away for a while. It's going to take you like 2 or 3 minutes to do each one. You'll be like me. This is kind of what you do. This is the fill port. I just have it on the ground. I have it all the way screwed in. And I'm just taking the fluid and putting it right back into the car. And you'll notice that I've already tightened the bottom port. So as soon as it drains out, you just want to tighten it back up. And then you want to drill it with new fluid. So go ahead and pump it full of the new fluid. Pretty easy to do. And then I went ahead after I was done with that. Once I filled it, I just tightened it back up, torqued it to spec. And I said, oh, well, my cover's already off. I might as well do the oil as well. So then the oil is super easy as well. On the back, it's a 17mm. This is your oil drain plug, and this is your oil filter. Very easy. Again, I'm going to put the part numbers. The oil change of the Mazda is very easy once you take the splash guard out. You can cut a hole and just change the oil filter. It's super easy. So like I said, it's just a 17mm wrench. You'll notice it has a washer already on it, and it's marked, so make sure it's not leaking. And then this is me. That's not the oil. That's the other video. It's super easy. So this just goes, open it up, drain the oil, and pour new oil in. I stopped taking pictures after this, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But yeah, actually I have one more photo. It's on my phone. But yeah, it's super easy. So there's a ton of videos on the oil change, but I recommend if you guys are in the market to do your transmission fluid, do it yourself. It's so easy. I probably did this in getting all the tools, maybe like, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. 20 minutes in and out, and then the oil took another 20. So like less than an hour, I changed my oil and cleaned everything up. And then make sure when you're done, tighten everything before you put the splash guard on. Take the car for a test drive. Test drive, make sure your oil's not leaking, make sure everything's good. And then your car's going to take 4.5 quarts of oil, and I use the Pennzoil. I guess I didn't get all the photos. So these are all the stuff you need. I'll go ahead and post in the description below. If you guys like these car how-to videos, let me know. If you don't like them, also let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much how to change your transmission and your oil on a 2007 5-speed Mazda 3. Take care of your daily drivers, take care of your cars, and they'll take care of you. See you guys on the next one.